it is advisable that unless it is a professional you are confiding in, details about arguments you have had with your partner, the intimacy you share, issues concerning your finances, vulnerabilities you may have or be having, all these should be protected because privacy preserves dignity. Hello there, this is Felix. I welcome you to my channel, FJA Diaries. If you're watching me for the first time, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Remain on with me to the end of this video. Like it. Thank you. Relationships are built on trust, privacy, and emotional safety. It is natural, however, to seek advice or emotional relief during difficult moments. But sharing intimate relationship details with outsiders can unintentionally weaken the bond you are trying to protect. This is not actually about being silent completely or wanting to remain in isolation. It is rather about choosing to be wise and discerning, as well as respecting your own boundaries as far as your relationship affairs are concerned. For every woman, it is advisable to be careful about discussing your relationships with people outside the relationship itself. Let's see why. When emotions are very high, the storyline of a failing relationship shared is usually incomplete. It comes in fragments. You tend to have various versions of the same story told because each storyteller, being a partner in that fractured relationship, seeks validation and sympathy. Outsiders who hear such stories told them by you do not witness your reconciliation process, the growth stages you experience, the private accountability you owe each other, and the love you both share behind closed doors. As a result, their advice may come to you similarly in fragments, not reflecting the full picture or state of your relationship. This should really be concerning to you. I know you are aware of this, but I am having to say it again because it is a reality. Once a relationship issue is shared with an outsider, just anyone, it no longer belongs to only you. It will eventually, by a wide margin, become a public information. Don't forget that people form opinions, they take sides, they also remember pain longer than resolution. And so, even after you hear others who might have heard your story being shared, may still see your partner through the lens of your worst moments. Anyone hearing your story might want to advise you. This is highly expected. But know this, some pieces of advice from outsiders are shaped by informed jealousy, unresolved pain, or personal disappointment. In fact, friends who have not healed from their own relationship wounds may unconsciously project fear and negativity onto yours. See the advice you may get from outsiders on a relationship issue so as to avoid hurting your wounds even more. When problems are discussed everywhere with just anyone, not a professional, except within the relationship, intimacy gradually fades away. In many cases, strong relationships grow when issues are addressed directly and respectfully between partners and not filtered through third parties. This actually works for partners who understand each other and are able to resolve their differences easily. It strengthens communication. When you choose to let just anyone in your relationship matters without restraint, you may end up creating needless confusion. What most people ignore is the fact that social media, friends, and cultural narratives can extensively distort reality and make normal challenges feel like deal breakers. And so, if you are choosing to rely on them, in this case, social media, friends, cultural narratives, then exercise restraint because too many opinions have a high tendency of diluting clarity. Yes, you may want to tell your circle of friends about almost everything happening in your relationship. Don't you know that whatever you tell just anyone whom you may consider a friend, once shared, they cannot be reclaimed? And that respect often diminishes with constant exposure or familiarity. My dear friend, it is advisable that unless it is a professional you are confiding in, details about arguments you have had with your partner, the intimacy you share, issues concerning your finances, vulnerabilities you may have or be having, all these should be protected because privacy preserves dignity. Healthy boundaries don't mean suffering in silence. Eventually, you should talk to someone, not just anyone. This should be a trusted, emotionally mature person, someone you can truly confide in, a counselor or therapist, a mentor who respects both partners and likely will not take sides. Cautiously, this is the way you should go. If you want the best for your relationship, honestly, a healthy relationship does not need too much audience. When you happen to have your relationship doing very well, you should carefully guard it, talk wisely, exercising a lot of discretion. If there is something unique about the relationship you want to grow, protect it while you nurture it. Always bear in mind that peace, trust, and intimacy efficiently flourish in privacy. Again, I really appreciate you for watching this video to this end. And I encourage you to take very good care of yourself, your partner, and the whole relationship. Make it your priority and continue to protect it.